Welcome back, scientists, to week 3 of our science. This is Miss Russell here, and this week we're going to be learning about what animals need to survive. Look at all these different animals on this screen. We have a lion, we have some antelope, we have polar bears, we have giraffes, we have all these very interesting, very unique animals. Now, they seem very different, but they all have the same needs. They all require the same things to survival. Let's go ahead and figure out what those things are that they need in order to survive. Before we do so, everybody say zoologist. Zoologist. A zoologist is a scientist, someone who studies and learns about the animal kingdom. So if you're like me and you love animals, you might think about becoming a zoologist. It's someone who researches, who studies and learns all about different kind of animals, where they live and where their homes are in the wild and how they live with other animals. That's the job of a zoologist. Look at this monkey. This monkey's wondering, what do animals need to survive? Let's stop and think. Think about that plant lesson we did back in school. We learned about what plants need to survive. We learned about the different things plants need to survive. Now, just like animals, they have some needs as well to survive. Think about what plants needed and think about what animals might need. So think about those same things and think if animals need those same things. We're going to go ahead and find out what exactly animals need. Let's find out. One thing that animals need is air. Everybody say air. Air. So here we have a picture of a crocodile. Now, a crocodile, they typically stay in the water, and they're usually in the water looking for some prey or other animals they can have for lunch. Now, look here in this first picture. It's a little hard to see that crocodile. He's almost camouflaging. So it looks like he's blending into his surroundings, but if you look closely, you can see him right here. You see his face here and his nose all the way up here and his little eyes right here. Alright, so crocodiles, like many other animals, need air to survive. Here's a trick question for you. Can you think of an animal that doesn't breathe the air? Think of an animal that doesn't breathe in the air. Let's see what that animal is. Oh, look at that. A fish. A fish is always underwater. Fish take in water through their gills and they breathe the oxygen from the water. So they still need to breathe as well. They just breathe a little bit different from other animals. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else animals need to survive. Animals need food. All animals need what? Food. Look at this bird here. Animals eat different things. Birds like to eat little seeds, they like fruits, and they eat worms from the ground. While we have a picture on this side, we have a panda. Pandas enjoy eating greens such as bamboo. So animals all eat different foods, but they all need to eat. All animals also need water to survive. They need water. If you look over here, we have a baby elephant, and see how it was down in the water trying to drink it? Now, a baby elephant is still learning how to take water up its nose, or the trunk right here. Learn to take water up its nose, and it brings it up to its mouth. That's how adult elephants drink water. But look at this baby elephant. It can't do that just yet, so it's getting down into the water and drinking water that way. Now, elephants use water for many things. They use it to drink, obviously. They use it to bathe and clean themselves. And if you look here at this picture, they splash water all over themselves. It helps them stay cool as well in the summer. So it gets really hot for them, but to stay cool, they splash water on themselves. Alright friends, check out what else animals need. Animals Animals need shelter. They need what? Shelter. Shelter is basically a safe place to stay, kind of like a home. Just like we live in houses, animals have their own kind of homes in the wild. So right here on the right, we have a badger. Badgers' homes are in the ground, so they dig holes in the ground and they feel safe there. While looking at this frog here on the left side, this frog's home is near a pond. So because the frog is really dependent on water and he needs a lot of it, so this frog is going to stay close to any ponds or bodies of water that it sees. Where do you think birds live? Let's stop and think. Where do you think birds live? Where are birds' shelters located? I know that birds live in trees. They make nests in trees and they lay their eggs in those nests. So my guess is that birds' shelters are in a tree. Isn't it kind of strange that we need water to drink to survive, right? And we also need food to survive, right? And we also need air to breathe and a safe place to stay. Animals are just like us. We have the same needs in order to survive. All right, friends. So if you look here to the right side, you see my little penguin that I drew because I like penguins. And look what's inside, or what this penguin's holding. It's holding a little fish. Now, it is your turn, friends. What I want you to do is I want you to think of an animal you watched in this video. Think of your favorite animal we learned about. Okay? Now that you've picked an animal, I want you to tell me one thing that animal needs to survive. What is one thing the animal needs to live? So my animal I picked was a penguin, and I wanted to talk about the food penguins need to survive. So I drew a picture of a penguin, and my sentence reads, penguins need food like fish. Penguins need food like fish to survive. So I want you to pick an animal we talked about, and I want you to draw a picture, and I want you to write a sentence underneath your picture. What does your animal need to survive? Just tell me one thing. We learned about so many different things. We learned about air, we learned about water, we learned about food and shelter. Tell me one thing your animal needs to survive. All right, zoologists, thanks so much for tuning in this week. I'm so excited to see your awesome drawings and your sentences. Please remember to email your teacher your hard work. Thanks so much. See you guys next week.